I'm doing pop culture, entertainment, things like that, following Harry and Meghan when something comes up I think's worth talking about. Because a lot comes up that's just fluffy news. But this here, I think is pretty decent. It's from Deadline from June 16th, 2023. It's called Prince Harry and Meghan Markle called effing grifters by Spotify exec and podcaster Bill Simmons after their split with company. This guy has a lot of negative things to say, and it's very straightforward. Do I believe him? I think so. But you could be the judge too. See what we got. Bill Simmons, who sold the ring to Spotify in 2020 and has risen through the tech company's executive ranks, derided Prince Harry and Meghan Markle on his podcast Friday as effing grifters. Now, let's get this straight. Meghan Markle is a grifter of sorts. What a grifter does is they'll report on something, they'll monetize something just because they can make money off of it. But my thing is this: if you believe what you're saying and you're actually on the side of that cause, it's not grifting. For example, if you think The Last Jedi or a Star Wars movie is a terrible movie and you absolutely hate them to the core and they're rotten, but you say they're great, they're positive, and everything you do is analyzing them, you're grifting. You don't believe what you're saying. You just want to monetize a topic. So, in that sense, Meghan isn't actually a grifter, but by nature, she married into the royal family and she's monetizing her fame. And Harry, of course, is doing the same thing. So, what I'm saying is the term grifter isn't exactly accurate, but it's really close. They do note that Spotify is making some cutbacks, not just Harry and Meghan's podcast not doing great, but it's just doing some cutbacks anyway. But that's not totally relevant, because if Harry and Meghan were incredible, they wouldn't get rid of them. Noted, they're keeping Joe Rogan, who's getting a huge salary, because he's great and people love him. So while they are making cutbacks, and that is true, if you're good enough, they'll keep you. And Harry and Meghan should be good enough. After all, they've got this huge fame. Everyone knows them. They were in the royal family. Not sure exactly where that stands now, but you get my drift. So it's on them if they can't succeed. And then this guy Simmons says he should get drunk and tell everyone about the story, how he had to help Harry think about ideas. So Harry's using his name to fame, using the royal family, and he doesn't even have his own ideas. That's pretty silly. They go on to say Meghan hosted and had some people like Trevor Noah, Mariah Carey, Mindy Kaling, and Serena Williams. But unfortunately and sadly, the podcast will not get renewed. And then after that, this guy goes on to say some pretty straightforward things. For example, shoot this guy to the sun. I'm so tired of this guy. What does he bring to the table? He just whines about shit and keeps giving interviews. Who gives a shit? Who cares about your life? You weren't even the favorite son. You live in effing Montecito and you just sell documentaries and podcasts, and no one cares what you have to say about anything unless you talk about the royal family and you just complain about them. So, yeah, I mean, you could say Harry's grifting the royal family, but he is actually part of the family. But, I'm getting too deep about this grifter thing. Let's just say they're a certain type of grifter. And here's from the comment sections. This person defends Harry. They kind of say what I'm trying to say, that he's not exactly a grifter, but it's close enough. Don't like Harry? Fine. I'm not seeing any grift. They signed a deal to do a podcast. They did a podcast and had a major talent interviewed, it seems. It's not a grift. That's what every entertainment deal is in the industry. And there's 10,000 podcasts and no one cares what those people have to say. That's all podcasts. Hell, lots of people would say the same. They don't care what anyone on the Ringers podcast have to say. So I'm not sure how Bill feels wronged. Yeah, fair enough. Everyone's got a slightly different opinion of what a grift is. But in some ways, I think it fits Harry and Meghan. I mean, especially Meghan, because at least Harry is actually part of the family to talk about it. I mean, he says distasteful things, secrets I wouldn't say, but he is actually part of the family at least. This person says if no one cares, Why you sign them for 20 million? Well, they signed them because they were hoping their names are big enough just to get people to watch and make the ad revenue money back. Marimba says no one gives a rat's ass what they think, but they're huge gossip, which is the truth. No one cares what they say. People just want to see the freak show. People just want to see them go around the world and what they'll do next. It's not really about the substance, the deep dives, and the details. I think everyone's kind of waiting for a big moment, like some abuse allegations, some big divorce or something. And to be honest, seems like they're kind of happy together, as far as I could tell, at least on the surface. So, no big drama, but I think that's what everyone's waiting for. Let me know what you think down below. Doing shoutouts, pop culture, things like that, celebrity news. If you don't subscribe here, I'll be sad, but I'll get over it. See you next time.